Hey bro.
Hey man, what's up?
So you're cutting, right? And you're like cutting for like 6 months or something like that, just cutting forever?
Yeah, actually I only cut for like 4 weeks and I'm pretty much done now.
What the f? How is that even possible, bro? Did you even lose any fat?
Yeah, I actually definitely lost quite a bit of fat and I will tell you exactly how I did that in this video right now. Alright, what is going on, fellers? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how my past mini cut went and how I actually lost 10 pounds in only 30 days. So on the topic of fat loss, a lot of people think that you have to do fat loss for a very extended period of time, and that is true for the most part besides mini cuts. So normal cuts are a lot longer just because they're a much more sustainable way of approaching fat loss. But because mini cuts, as I explained in a couple videos ago, are specifically designed to potentiate the weight gain that you'll have afterwards. So basically get a fat rebound right after the mini cut. So let's say you cut 10 pounds, you can definitely expect to gain like 3 to 4, even 5 pounds in the first week just on maintenance calories right after the mini cut, just because your body's been in such an unsustainable deficit for a very short amount of time. But it basically makes your body think that, oh shit, I need to gain weight really fast, just because the amount of calories you're on is unsustainable for your body. Also, I just got back to my workout for today, which is just a deload leg workout. So I'm just gonna show a few clips over this video just so you don't have to look at my boring ass face this entire video. But yeah, we're basically gonna talk about how much progress I made on the mini cut, what I looked like before and after, and if the mini cut was really worth it and if I recommend it to you guys to do as well. So I explained a lot of background stuff about mini cuts in a video that is gonna be right here. So if you guys have not seen that yet, definitely check that out first to kind of preface what I'm gonna be talking about in this video. So all in all, I lost about 10 pounds in 30 days on this mini cut. So that kind of puts my loss rate around 2.5 pounds per week, which is a lot of weight to lose per week. Like typically people would only lose about a pound, pound and a half on a traditional cut, but this is literally like almost double the fat loss rate in comparison to a traditional cut. So a few things that I wanted the mini cut to improve was, one, to increase the amount of hunger that I had, because my hunger was absolutely non-existent on the past like massing phase I had, because I had been massing for a very long period of time. I believe I was massing for a total of like 6 months or something like that, and had not taken any cuts in there at all. So that was definitely something that I wanted to improve on this mini cut. Point number 2 that I wanted to focus on is, of course, losing some body fat. I was kind of accumulating quite a bit of body fat on that last massing phase, and I was like, you know, I would like to be a little bit leaner just so I can gain a bit more muscle when I get back into massing. I definitely want to push past the 190 pound body weight mark in this next massing phase, which is something that I've not pushed past at all recently. 190 pounds is basically the highest weight I've ever weighed in my entire life, and I definitely want to make some more extra steps and leaps and bounds to get to some higher body weights. And then point number 3 that I wanted the mini cut to help was basically to give me a weight rebound afterwards, because as soon as I heard about a mini cut and I was like, holy crap, like this is specifically designed in order to give me a weight rebound after I do it, and like I'll also lose a little bit of fat in this. Of course it won't make me completely shredded and lean like I'll experience this summer, but it'll make my next massing phase a bit more productive, which is something I really wanted, and I thought the weight rebound would be something that I would definitely benefit from a lot. And I know a lot of people out there are in the exact same boat, you know, they're constantly eating so many calories just trying to gain weight, but they never gain weight, and that is a position that I was in for a very long period of time. I would say I was probably 180 pounds for like 6 months or something back in the day, until I finally started introducing some mass gainer shakes and a bit more calories. But weight gain has always been something that's been difficult for me. Of course, I've gained a ton of weight over my time training. You know, I started training at 115 pounds and now I'm 180. So I've gained quite a bit of weight there, whatever that math is, 65 pounds, pretty crazy shit. So it's kind of funny for me to say that, you know, gaining weight is hard for me, although I've gained 65 pounds in the last 3 years.
Fat ass.
So right now I'm gonna show you guys a before and after of what I look like before my mini cut, and then what I look like after my mini cut. So this is the present day photo, and this is the one from about 4 weeks ago. And as you can tell, I was definitely higher in body fat in that picture. I definitely looked a bit bigger though. Obviously that's mostly because of like water retention and things of that nature. And in this photo over here, this is just me from, I believe, yesterday. And of course I'm looking a bit smaller there just because I don't have as much water in me, but I'm definitely looking quite a bit leaner, especially across the midsection. Of course I'm not completely lean yet. I don't have a washboard, you know, 6-pack yet. But as I mentioned earlier, that will come with an actual traditional cut this summer. I'm definitely excited to do that because I've not seen myself completely lean and shredded ever, I don't think. I don't think any of you guys have seen that either, which is definitely something I'm super excited for, but we have to get bigger before we get leaner, right?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
So anyways, moving back to the points, I want to basically tell you guys how exactly the mini cut helped me, or if it didn't help me. So my point number one that I had earlier was I believe that I wanted to increase the amount of hunger I have, and I can definitely say that the mini cut has improved that tenfold. Like, I was just never excited to eat food before the mini cut. I just was always eating as a chore and not really enjoying my food very much. But now that I am out of the mini cut, I can definitely say that I enjoy food quite a bit more. Like, I just really want to make food. I want to eat it. I want to like eat more whole foods. I just feel like better overall. I don't feel quite as lethargic as I did when I was at a bit of a higher body fat before the mini cut. And overall, I think it's been a really, really positive thing for my health and also my hunger. It's definitely better to be a bit leaner. Of course, you don't want to be like 5% body fat near death or something like that. But if you're around like 10 to 12% body fat, it's definitely a very healthy place to be. And it's a bit healthier than being, 17, 18, 20% body fat like I was before this mini cut. So overall, I would say that I lost about 5% of body fat over these past 4 weeks. Super productive. I definitely had a great time on this mini cut. I wasn't feeling overly restricted, and I think that's just because my body really wanted to cut. Like, if you're in a hypercaloric phase for super long, like a permabulk, like, your body's definitely going to want to cut. And like, honestly, if I wanted to go through with it, I could probably go through a full, like, conventional 12-week cut or something and get completely shredded now, and that would probably reset me a little bit better than this mini cut did. But this mini cut basically allowed me to extend the amount of time that I have massing, the amount of time that I have to gain more muscle before I actually do a cut this summer, when I can really show it off, go on the beach, meet all types of girls and show them how shredded and how much of a sick cunt I am. And then point number 2 that I mentioned was I believe that I wanted to lose a bit of fat, which is something I absolutely did. I think I went from around like 18% body fat to about 14. I don't completely have like no fat on my abs right now, which means I'm probably a little bit above 12%. Of course, I don't know exactly if those numbers are completely correct, just because I've not done a DEXA scan or anything like that yet, but I definitely want to do that in the future. But that's kind of my like rough estimate of how much body fat I lost. I think it's definitely been a productive time. I've definitely lost between like 4 and 5% of body fat, which is very productive. And then point number 3 that I wanted the mini cut to help was to obviously give me a weight rebound, which I mentioned earlier. I actually ended the mini cut last Friday, so I haven't quite gotten a rebound quite yet, just because I haven't increased my calories too much. I've just started maintenance calories today, so this is the maintenance calories that I had before the mini cut. So basically what's gonna happen this next week is me to gain around like 3 to 4 pounds, which is exactly what I lost at the start of the mini cut during the first week, which was essentially a bunch of body water and stuff like that. So this next week is basically just to get me back up to a nice starting point for the massing phase, and to also spend some time deloading from the kind of training volume I was doing over the mini cut. Of course, it was a bit lower. I only trained at around minimum effective volume, which is like pretty low volume, but you still want to take a deload after that, just to take some load off the bar, make some exercises a little bit easier, spend a little bit less time doing such hard workouts. And of course, it's just to potentiate more gain for my next massing phase. And because I've been in such a low deficit recently, the maintenance phase is basically just gonna be pop my body weight right back up. Basically completely reverse what I did during the first week of my mini cut, which was essentially lose a bunch of body water and things of that nature. So definitely excited to gain some weight over this next week, and then over this massing phase, I'm just saying, dude, 2 or 3 weeks in, I'll probably look my best ever, so I'm really excited for that. Definitely gonna get some dope pictures now that I'm back in St. Louis, which is something that I haven't talked about yet in this video, but I don't really want to get too into that yet. I will have a vlog coming very soon, which is gonna be the Year in Bodybuilding episode 3. Very excited for that video. I'll be training a little bit with a waist. I'm very excited to be back in St. Louis and everything like that, but we're gonna get more into that next video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And hey, bro, do you have anything to say?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you.
Uh...
Get bigger, die trying, folks.